Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday, TGIF Day, June 24th, 2022. Apparently, I was a little off on my calendar yesterday. So, I want to read you two little devotions on my walk with faith. The first one is, "You both proceed and follow me, and place your hand of blessing on my head." Today's is, "Every girl needs a cute purse, red shoes, or red boots, and a good place to be alone with God." Well, any place is a good place to be alone with God, right? I'm just saying. So I'm here making my breakfast for Princess Hannah Grace, and she's already been the belle of the ball with breakfast this morning because she's worked the room. There was a whole lobby full of guests, so she got to love on them this morning, which, that's her thing. She thinks this is all about her, this place, so you just gotta love that. So hang on, I gotta get some supplies. Okay, I got my stuff back. I can't very well take the sugar out of the oatmeal if I don't have my strainer dry. Forgot I washed it last night because it was loaded with sugar from shaking it so much. So shake, shake, shake. And it's nice, these plastic containers that the styrofoam containers that the breakfast comes in, even though they're not great for the environment. I can hear when they're done getting the sugar out because you can hear it in the styrofoam. Dropping it, you can see it, and then it just stops. So it's amazing when you think outside the box what you can come up with to remedy a situation. And my message is, when I was still at the house in Summerlin, were get my house in order, get rid of all my things. And I was just like, what? What do you mean get rid of all my stuff? I'm guessing in preparation for my final descent to heaven? I don't know. So this morning when I took my blood pressure, it was under the recommended 120 over 80. It was actually 117 over, I can't remember what but it was better than perfect, considered that what their normal perfect levels that you should acquire. And my oxygen was at 100% despite me having congestion. The congestion occurred when I started taking those remedies to get the Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J out of my body. It kind of comes and goes, but as soon as I started that protocol, that's when this congestion started. So I was not concerned with congestive heart failure like I have been in the past, since I do my own wellness outside of my doctor. I unfortunately had to cancel yet another acupuncture appointment because I'm just not physically able to drive yet. And since it's a drive, it's a big topic from here, I don't want to inconvenience somebody to take me because frankly, it's really just not a necessity right now. I've got enough stuff here that I'm able to get my pain level to a tolerable level. So I just have to keep rescheduling. And I didn't even reschedule for next week. I figure out if I'm up for it and I'm feeling better, I'll call him next week and schedule the appointment. So, but I've been dealing with a situation or been helping out with a situation where children are involved. And it's really sad that a father is not able to see his children on Father's Day because the court system is so corrupt. And then when when you find out that somebody has illegally tapped into a cell phone and reading private messages between me and a client, you're not okay with it. So I'm going to have to call later and file a police report for invasion of privacy, because that's just not okay. And since then, my client has changed all of his passwords so that we're hopeful that that won't happen in the future. But you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not okay, and I don't care how much money you have. You're not going to get away with this crap. And then when you call people out on their fake and untruths, because that's all over the world if you haven't noticed. You know, I've always been a person to tell the truth. And when I was growing up as a kid, and I was always telling the truth, and I would be somewhere and my mom would tell a story that wasn't true, and I'd correct her, and then I'd be reprimanded for it and in trouble because, oh, Natalie, that's not the real world. Well, the real world got it wrong. The real world has not been following what Jesus taught us about telling the truth. And, you know, it's just not okay. It's not okay. And it needs to stop. So it's amazing when you tell the truth, you post stuff on Facebook regarding the truth, and, you know, scriptures that go with it. And, you know, my walk with faith hasn't been just recent. I've been walking with faith my entire life. I just wasn't obedient before. That's where I made my mistakes. That's where I wasn't effectively listening to him. He tried. Oh boy, did he try. Hold that thought. So it's really interesting when you look back at your life, look back at those friends that you've had for years, and you start really dissecting the relationship and seeing how a lot of them were one-sided relationships. Oh, I got that loud and clear when I got down here, even more so. But when I moved out to Green Acres, that's when I really understood the magnitude of a one-sided friendship. You know, it's okay for me to come to your house anytime, but heaven forbid you take a drive to the country, which was exquisite. It was beautiful at Green Acres with the wild animals. I had deer, wild turkeys, ducks, tons of birds, tons, cardinals like crazy, and hummingbirds. Oh my gosh. Beaver, raccoons, trying to think, fox, and then of course Hannah Grace brought a muskrat to the door. She caught a muskrat. They caught groundhogs. Harley, Anna, Toby. So, you know, it's truly amazing when you, and for me, that place was like, I felt like Snow White with all talking to the animals all the time and in peace. Of course, I had them inside too, but those I had to let their souls release because apparently they weren't killed in the manner that was humane. It was murder. I was told that they were marked for death because they were in jeopardy of um, harming the herd. I don't believe that's a true statement, honestly, but I have nothing to back it up. So I'm just going from the person that actually told me this, that he's not a very honest person. He likes to tell tall tales, and I'm not a tall tale person. I like to tell the facts. I love to tell the stories the way they happened, and I don't like to leave anything out. It's hard for me to tell an abridged edition of a situation or a story. It's very difficult for me because it's like you're going to miss out on the event that occurred. And that's why it was so fun for me and so rewarding with my accounting practice when clients would come in and we'd share stories. It was like story time with taxes. It was so much fun for me. And it really saddened me at tax school when I would talk to other colleagues and they had no relationship with their clients. None of them knew about their personal lives. I mean, do how on earth do you prepare taxes and giving her a little chicken broth in her breakfast? She loves that because it's good for her. More nutrients. Organic, of course. Some people think that it's not all it's cracked up to be. Well, down here, I'm telling you, it is. Because organic is pure. There's no crap on it. There's no chemicals. Food tastes like it's supposed to. I mean, there's nothing like biting into a strawberry and it tasting like a strawberry right out of the gate. Back home in Indiana, every time I took a strawberry, it tasted like chemicals. And then eventually I tasted the strawberry. It was awful. Truly awful. So, I don't know. I know I've done this before, chatting while I make breakfast, but with the times that we're in, this spiritual warfare we're in, we have to unite together, and the only way we're going to do it is with love. And I'm not trying to get people to run, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat the truth. I don't need to embellish it. And if anybody feels the need to attack me, well, that just makes it that much more vocal than I need to be. Because I'm here because he wants me here. He made that crystal clear. After my one suicide attempt, 53 Xanax and 3 bottles of wine, and I served 52, 53, something like that. 52, 53, I can't think right now. Plus 3 bottles of wine. So when you get woken up the next day after all that, and they're unstrapping you from the bed, and they're pulling the tube out of your mouth, you realize your life means something to someone. And it doesn't mean that it has to be somebody that's walking around here. I meant something to him. Not to man, not to woman, not to anybody else. I meant something to him because he woke me up. So, once I really understood the magnitude of that message from him, sky's the limit. And I won't stop. And, I've been down since May 26th. And I don't even know how long I'm going to be upright right now. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I had to go sit down when I was chatting. So I don't know what the rest of the day is going to bring. I haven't taken any THC yet. I'm very close on the urge of needing to take it because once I start to get head pain, I cannot wait till it gets so bad because I can't catch up. So when I get a little bit of the onset, that's when I have to really start dosing myself because it's the only way that's going to keep me afloat for the day. Because when my head is in that much pain, I can't function. And so what a blessing, this resort. And for her to be this adjusted, even Harley was. I mean, this has been their home. This is their home. This wasn't temporary for us. I've been here since March, and I love it. It's June. So what? March, April, May, June. So 3 months already. I love it here. I love it. And she did her duty last night, protected the pool, protected the safety of those people. Because what if something would have happened and one of them drowned? I mean, the pool was closed. Usually the gates are locked, so I don't know if they forgot to lock a gate or they just forgot to lock them. But it's clear as a bell that it says the pool is open from sunup to sundown. Well, at 1:39 in the morning, it's not. It's not light outside. It's dark. Even with all the lights and the pool lights, it's still dark out there. It's not light enough for people to be unattended swimming. Now, if it's your own pool, that's your own deal. But this is a business. This is a resort, and we all have to follow the rules. I know rules are meant to be broken. One of my minister clients said there was a phrase that he told me, and it was adjusted from one that I've actually researched with the full one of, I can't remember who it was that says, but you have to know the rules in order to break them intelligently. So they didn't do that last night. They're going to break the rules and swim in the pool. The first thing you don't do is start screaming and hollering, wake my dog up, and turn on music. Just saying, if you're going to break the rules, you could have been swimming quietly and nobody would have known. People just don't use their skull caps. They just go crazy. And apparently they just arrived. So security was already on board watching their every move. And somehow it was almost like when security was watching these people, and then Hannah got the baton passed to her, even though she didn't, it didn't actually happen. But that's kind of what happened. And then it just went full circle, and then it was taken care of. So it's truly amazing what happens when you surrender and you don't worry about anything in life. I don't worry about what money is in my bank account. I've got more money to deposit. I don't look at it. I don't look at the balance. I don't look at anything, because the only thing that I can use my money for is to survive right now, because I physically cannot work. I mean, I've been down since May 26th. So it's what, 2 days? It's going to be a month. And this is the longest I've been down since I've been here. I mean, I've had some like week, 5 days, 7 days, but not this long. And not to the level that I'm at this time around. My weakness is weaker than weak. At least at Green Acres, when I was all blown up like a balloon from all the pharmaceuticals and the 186 pounds I was trying to lug around, and I couldn't get it off no matter how much I dug in the dirt, at least I had some strength. I wasn't so weak. Now, what did it do to my body the next day and multiple days out? Well, yeah, I had to rest. So, but I've had very few, since I've been here in March, I've had very few days where I've actually been able to spend tons of time outside doing something. So, I mean, the one day I did 3 bags of dirt with some plants, and I was done. 3 bags. I mean, I did truckloads of dirt and mulch. I mean, I did all this stuff, and rocks and moving rocks. And so even though my doctor is clearing the poisons out of my body it's just wore out. And today when I got up and I went, okay, I got another day, giddy up, what are we going to do? And I was like, okay, sweet and salty. I'm going to put my sweet and salty on, and it's got a fun little, I don't know if you can see it because I can't see in the back of my head. If we could only have eyes in the back of our head, right? And I posted something on Facebook about life, and about what if today was your last day on earth, what would you do? So I need to start living like that every day. I haven't been, because I've been so weak and so wore out and in pain and all that. So starting today, I'm going to live today like it's my last day on earth. And I'm going to go and get in a pool and lay in the sun and take her for a swim, like yesterday was a quick little swim, until my body can't go. And then I'll come up here and I'll do my videos and take some naps. But you have to enjoy this life on earth while it's here, because tomorrow is never promised. And we know that as fact because we have a lot of loved ones that have already crossed over. So if there's anything that I can give you as a takeaway for today, is to be completely thankful and thank him for waking you up and giving you another day to make a difference today. And what would you do if this was the last day of your life? Think about that when you go through the day. And maybe, just maybe, the light will shine inside of you even brighter for others to see. Because the first thing you're going to want to do is get right with him if it's your last day on earth. Just saying, repent and be obedient. I wasn't obedient in my past life. 2019 and prior, I wasn't obedient to him. I was Christian, strong Christian. I'd go to church. And I'd cry in church because I knew what he was saying was true. And then I'd just keep doing my wrongs. But not anymore. Not anymore. He's all about forgiveness. All you got to do is have a talk with him one-on-one. And you too can live a life where you're smiling every day despite what poison has been introduced into my body, whatever is going on with me that doesn't make me the full Natalie level that everybody knows and loves. That I'm a go, 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 my Energizer Bunny. I'm more at a snail or turtle space right now, but that's okay. But we all just need to learn. Hey, what if today was your last day on earth? And for a while I wasn't praying before I went to bed. I, for some reason, just all of a sudden lost my head. Well, not anymore. When my temperature went down to the 80s, and even this morning it was 87, so my body is running colder than warmer, but then it'll completely go the opposite direction, jack way up. But the majority of the time my temperature is running quite low. And my blood pressure was running low. It was like 80 over something. The top number was 80. So that day, I started adding my nighttime prayer that I prayed when I was a little girl. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord, my soul to sleep. But if I die, and I always say, if one of us die, or both of us die before we wake, I pray thee, Lord, our souls you take. So, and then I add to it. And sometimes I say it over and over until I fall asleep. So think about if today were your last day on earth, what would you do? Would you call someone? Would you go help someone out? Or would it be all about you? The first thing you need to do is make a call to Jesus. Jeremiah 3:3. He'll answer. I promise you. I keep proving everybody and showing everybody he keeps answering my phone calls. He brought me to this resort and he gave me my bedroom overlooking the swimming pool that from my room looks like it's in the shape of a heart. When you have a heart of gold and you've had a heart of gold your whole life and you've shared it with everyone, when you get a gift like this, you thank him every day for it. And I don't care if I have to sell everything I own to stay here. And the next asset that'll be going up for sale is my Jeep. Because let's just be honest, right now, I'm not able to drive and it's just sitting idle. And it needs to be used, especially with my Silence No More logo on the side. That's so darn patriotic. Somebody needs to be driving that all over the world. I just can't right now. I'm not healthy enough. So That'll be the next asset I sell. And I've got other things that I can sell as well. Because at the end of the day, you can't take any of it with you. And the last thing I want is for people to have to sort through all my nonsense. That's not any fun. I've done that enough for my loved ones. And I don't want to do it anymore. And I don't want somebody to have to be responsible for all my stuff either. I want to make my exit out of this world as seamless as I possibly can. And hopefully, I've got internal organs when he calls me home that will be beneficial for someone. Because I've always wanted to donate my body to science because my brain is insane what it does. So I keep getting the message that I need to get my house in order. And honestly, I just read something about only having one jacket. I think that was in a Bible verse or devotion. I was like, I have to look at all my jackets and I have to pick just one? Are you kidding me? I don't know that I'm ready to do that yet. Is that okay? I mean, do I pick a black one because it goes with everything? Do I pick my Wonder Woman one? Or do I take my one that's got the sequins on it that looks like ombre, that's a mermaid? I love them all. I love all of my jackets because they all have a specific purpose. And they make me happy every time I put them on, for whatever reason, because they match my outfit. And I've always been a person that loves to match. I love to put clothes together and think outside the box. That's why, ever since I got here, my signature outfit is first off a bathing suit. And then I pick my outfit to go with my bathing suit. So today I wanted to wear this shirt. I already knew that after I wore my other one that's like this yesterday, that's a bright salmon color. So I was like, you know what? I want to wear the pink one today. And I got my blue, my turquoise shorts. So they're perfect and roll them up. So, I mean, and then my mermaid hat. So why not live today like it's your last day on earth? That's how I lived before, when I lived a sinful life. And he wouldn't let me go. All the accidents I had when I was leading a sinful life, he kept me here. Thank the Lord. Because I've had so much time to repent and be forgiven. He forgave me last Lent in that house in Summerlin Key. So it's easy for me to be obedient to him. It's like having your dad with you all the time. And I talk to him all the time. So I'm never alone. And that's what I keep telling people that feel like they're alone by themselves and they need that person to talk to. He's right there. He's never going to talk back to you. He might deter you from doing something, so you're going to have roadblocks. So if you keep trying to get over those roadblocks, there's going to be another roadblock. Once you hit the first roadblock, turn around, because that's not the right direction. That's what he's trying to tell you. And if that's one thing that I can teach people, then, and one person gets it, then my message here today was worth the 28 minutes that it's at right now. So, hope you enjoyed my video. I need to feed my girl and eat a little breakfast myself and go out and enjoy this beautiful day the Lord has made. Stay tuned. I've got more coming up. Love to all bunches and bunches. Bye.